uploaded the work we did yesterday on the Central Code YouTube. Chingatwalemu.
Vian, I beg that you take us through the debugging because you asked for the code yesterday.
Which debugging? The one for the code we did yesterday?
Yes, for the code.
Okay, Mr. Arnold is going to teach for like half of the time, so the remaining time we shall try to figure out those things. Okay, I think Mr. Arnold, you can really take it on.
Yes. Okay. So let me do this so that you can know where the error comes from. As you see, it can catch the name. Let me see. Yeah, it can catch the name. Let me see for the symbol. Even the symbol, it can catch the symbol. Okay. Now, let me see where the error comes from. Okay, now let's check if it can get the supply. Okay, it get it as a big number.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes, I think there could be some conversion.
because here it shows there's no number. So which means it gets what we did here, eta that form supply. Let me check something here. Enter that utility from a unit from a big number and string. Okay.
Is it good now?
Which means our code doesn't reach this side down. Let me check the balance. Oh, meaning the error may be coming from this line of code.
Yeah,
Let's do like this and see. Let's comment it.
would be maybe
Let's also comment.
balance
I
or
found this function. This function is doesn't exist on the. Let me check on API transfer spend. Let me check this on our smart contract. Get balance. Or maybe the way I call it is not the right way. Okay. So which means yeah, but the balance
only that is an int, like use state, then 0.
this one
Okay.
is this function balance of which I have to come here and see how did I do that. Okay. Let me see. Is it the same? Yeah. But instead of using can get another way of accessing the balance. Yeah, the way I call it here was not supposed to be called like this. It's supposed to return something that. Okay, so let's come here. We change something so that I can see that I can access the balance. Here I was calling the name. So, so because all the function that of ours is here, it is balance address, which is a function. that I can access it through this address. I don't think that I can access through this. Let me see. Yes. Of course. Let me see. Pending. That's rejected. So what we are going to do, let's try to put an address. Wallet address. Still the same. Let me check something here.
Okay. Maybe we can.
Yeah.
Is it dot balance off, like on the front end?
Yes, it's a balance off on the front end.
Okay. Maybe from, what about the use state? Is it like a number, or it is
Sorry.
string?
Sorry. I did. Sorry. Let's see.
Maybe const balance, set balance.
Yeah, you. I think the way I declared this function, this function here, is supposed to have an address where it will pick the balance, which because now it get the balance, but it get the balance of my selected sender, which is not fetching. I need to add this. That's menu. Now I have to deploy it again. The reason is, let me see. Let me see. So I'm going to use this in wallet. And let's first remove this. And I send this so that we can copy it and replace with the one that is here. And go back here, run it again. Okay. Yeah, I've pushed 1000. So if I come here, I allow this. Yeah, the same error because get supposed to go wallet address. Alright. Let me see something. Get supply. Oh, okay. Yes, get balance is this. Get balance address. Yes. Supposed to get balance address. Let's have if this runs. Let me see. Let me debug it from here up. Keep checking what it's going to give me. Let me see this wallet here. Merit address. Yes, it's a string. Okay, let me check something here. And here, returning this. I don't think that's it. Let's see. Other things, let me test this wallet address. Yes, it's a address of the address of the which not getting why is it doing this? Let me see. Where is it? So our address is not configured. Or EN's name. Version contract this. See, see. Derry, can you tell me? Vianney. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, do you have any idea of
On the issue,
yes.
sometimes when I get like such issues, the best thing I do is probably create another file, like maybe in components, and then redo it. I don't know. Yeah, that's what sometimes I do, because now I'm not seeing the code fully. Or
Let me
yeah,
let me
like
push it.
okay,
Let me push it on GitHub.
okay, you can push it and then I work on it like simultaneously. Maybe we can have something else in the meantime.
Yeah.
And then you can share also like the address.
The address.
Yes, the debug.
Everything it's here. Even the
Okay,
address of the smart contract is among.
all right.
Mm. 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 I've sent the code.
Okay, let me.
Or to make it short, let me use ChatGPT to ask if I can if it can fix it. Is
Sure, sure, try it out.
mm.
I think for that error, we can have it rectified by tomorrow. I'm also going through the code. So I've gotten some things right, then I got other errors. I got the balance, but got some other things. So we could touch it tomorrow probably. If that's okay, I don't know. If not, we can continue. Your sound is also mute.
I thought my mic was open. I was keep talking to myself. Uh, uh, Vianney?
Yes.
Yes. Can you help me go through from this? Because I think
Okay.
yes, I was working on this function of transferring.
Mm.
I'm getting some like one of the some error. The decimal invalid decimal value. I think it's this one.
Invalid decimal value.
Mm.
So I'm going to also
I'm going to push this code on GitHub.
okay.
And gives you access. If you fix it,
All right.
you will, yes. Can you pass me your can you pass me your email so that I can connect you with my GitHub?
In the comments or
Yes.
on Telegram.
Anywhere on Telegram, in a comment, anywhere. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yes.
can I take it on from there?
You're saying?
No, I was inquiring that
Mm.
am I going to take it on from there or
I don't know if you have any other plan. You can help them to go through anything that you have prepared.
okay?
Mm.
Probably I can. Yeah, I can just have a new thing. Then we shall have this completed. I think tomorrow, like the first 30 minutes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
All right. Hello everyone. This is how code goes. Yeah. But such things are good when you see others debugging and you know the process. Sometimes when people see code, they think it was written just in a go, but that's how code goes. And I really love those experiences when another builder is debugging or when I'm debugging, so that those who are who are aspiring to be developers can see that process. So yeah, thank you so much for today. I really appreciate. We shall have, I think, the other functionalities tomorrow. And yeah, it has been a good ride for sure. So today, with the remaining time, probably we can have some things. Do you people want to learn, or you want to build a mini project that we could complete or something? Another one. And also the best way to learn development is building. So if you keep on iterating, we saw deployment on Hard Hat and then front end. Now we've seen deployment on Foundry and then front end. So you get to know the real gist of it. So yes, any suggestions? Or people in a break?
Of course, just a little bit. Yesterday, I didn't join in because I came in late and I did not want to be left out. I knew you guys were in the middle of something because I joined in almost 40 minutes later. But then I tried to follow up because this series started the other day and then yesterday and then today. So I tried to do it like on my own following, and even today morning you actually posted it on YouTube. I immediately jumped on it, following how far you guys had gone. I got stuck somewhere with installing Hard Hat, which got frustrating. You guys are not. I found out you're not responsive on the platform. There's no contacting you guys. I really got stuck on setting up my project, just the project setup. And on my side, how this is still going, because I've been trying to follow up with this same thing. I request to just go off and then I just set up my project because I have my project set already. So starting up fresh is a bit confusing. At least I want to deploy something. I really had crazy days. You know how I was so set to building on Lisk, but again I also failed to find some Lisk faucet for Lisk testnet. I failed to get, which also got more frustrating until I had to change and I deployed something on this network, that is the Avalanche. At least I did something. I managed to deploy something on Avalanche because I already had some test nets. It made it a bit easy, but I was still I've been having issues with the smart contract, like trying to make sure the balance part runs well. I really had issues with the balance running, and whenever I would try to look up, ask AI, the problem was one with versioning of the hard hat. There's version 5, which is by default. I was installing version 6. So I request to clear my code out.
All right. For these tokens, you can share your wallet, and I send you some right now.
Please let me do that. Let me just go to my MetaMask and I do that because I really wanted to deploy on Lisk, but now I'm getting the faucets. No, first of all, another thing, because you're going to send me, but where do you guys get these faucets? No,
So-
apart from just sending me, catching
so-
me, even
so-
when I want, I go.
Okay, so you see that you can get tokens from facets, but facets have different requirements. So let
No,
me
I go to who?
let me give you an example here. Let me share my screen. I think I'm sharing. So So there is a chain link facet which gives like very many facets for many chains, but then so for them to control minus, I don't know, I think I was sharing, I don't know why my screen is big. So they have many tokens, sure, like testnet tokens, but their condition is that you must hold one link token in your own mainnet. So
You must one yeah, that was the issue really. I tried, I went everywhere, man. It was frustrating. That
yeah,
was so frustrating.
so surely for me that's what I usually do. I go to these chains and sometimes I have some of those tokens, other times, yeah.
Okay, now apart from that, other than that, that means because now Avalanche looked to be a little bit user friendly because I was able to get. Now, first of all, the other day Arnold sent us the testnet, the one
Yes,
that's on Fuji testnet. I've been working with that, but also when you check around, it's a bit easier to get
yeah.
compared to Disk, which got really frustrating.
Um,
I now feel like I want to abandon Disk. I don't want to work on Disk. I don't want to deploy on Disk because where am I going to get the money for gas? You know, it's crazy. So I feel like I want to look for something that I'm learning. I want to look for something that makes it easy for me to build, learn my things. Because how you learn here, you build, you deploy, and see how it works. Whereby Disk turn out to be a pain in the ass. So, but
I think
even if
I think maybe you have a bias. By the way, I think one of the most rare tokens is for Avalanche because yeah, as we go on, but it's what I know is that it is faster than Sepolia and cheaper. So if you have them, you can go with them. But they are rare, and since you've known Arnold, I've seen Arnold as a vault. So sometimes you can get a vault. A vault is like getting many tokens. So and the way you get
how do you
them,
get the volts, please?
so you
To
get
get the
them through participating maybe in their hackathons. So
oh,
so yeah, there was a time back when we were participating in ETH Global, and every day they could give you like were they four testnet ETH. Yeah, but yeah, so sometimes it is through that. Um, yeah, but that does not need to be a problem. I don't think that needs to be an issue. And then
crazy man.
response. So which platform do you use? Because if you can ask, for example, in the decentral code Telegram for this, I think the guys can really respond.
Guys, I posted on the central code and the response took like forever. It, and then I couldn't wait. I was seated on my PC working on this, so I started going out and about the web and searching everywhere. Then I found some for Avalanche, and I was all over. I was on X, I was on LinkedIn.
But
I was,
that's the way. If you don't find anything, like you can post on X and say who can.
yeah, so I was just all over the internet. If Okuzunga on the net was a person, it was me. I really Kuzunga just to get some test nets. Until I bumped on someone on X who gave me some
Yeah.
guide. Nenga, it's been so frustrating. I really don't feel like playing on this anymore. I even actually contacted Santiago.
Yeah.
I was like, Kusanagi, how are you people there getting those test nets? The in-house guys. I need some list. He sent, but I got mad. He didn't even give me enough. I knew anytime this is getting done, and I'm going to start
Eh,
upstreaming.
it is not getting done. Do you know the gas fee? It's very, very small.
Yeah, but actually, you can't imagine it took me yesterday. That's one of the reasons why I did attend the classes. I got so frustrated. Then I just didn't want to join because I was like, now I'm going to join this. I've not deployed my thing. They're going to come up with a new subject. It made us so frustrated. So then I found out on Avalanche. Actually, I would easily get a token. I think I'm going to on Avalanche. I just needed to know what's the difference between Avalanche and this. Are they all EVM compatible?
By the way, you could also deploy on Avalanche. It's an L1. EVM compatible L1. Lisk is an L2. So yeah, Avalanche is Lisk leverages the security of Ethereum, and Avalanche is its own L1, though it's EVM compatible.
Yeah, but you know, everyone's talking about risk. Everyone wants to be where everyone's talking about, you know. So
I,
I felt sad
I,
that I couldn't build a risk. And then, mom, I was so heartbroken. Kati, let me first send you my contact address on PayPal.
you can
Please,
send. Yeah.
but just know it was so frustrating,
So,
Vivian. So frustrating. I got so angry.
sorry about that. So,
Right.
what else? Who else has something to say? What should we do? Should we have a pitch moment? We had pitch Tuesday on site, so you guys can pitch what you're doing. So that people get a breeze. I think it has been a marathon for quite. Mr. Arthur.
Okay, I'll put in my
Yeah,
address, please. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Arthur.
hello. I'm here in the background listening. I don't know. If it is pitching, are we supposed to pitch in line with Web3 only or something like that?
No, since it is the first one, you can just have a pitch. Like you just start with a pitch and then maybe we streamline as we gain knowledge.
Also adding on what Arthur said about the pitch, uh, I'm sure it has to be online trade, but my question to you, suppose, is that are we supposed to have a particular topic to pitch about, or could just come up with any idea and I pitch it out?
Mm, Pick an idea. Any idea? So
Okay, on my side, since you said pitches on Tuesday, I have a pitch actually ready. Me, I'll be ready on Tuesday for today. Just allow me first work on my smart contract and set up my hard hat. Because the city when things are halfway done, half baked, I don't feel satisfied.
okay,
Ali, I request to leave the call.
all right. Anyone else who needs list testnet tokens? So
Yeah, I do. Let me put my thing in
okay.
the chat.
So far, how are the sessions going? How has been this week?
It's not bad, but definitely for a starter, I'm doing most of the looking and watching. Something happens here in maybe 30 minutes, and in the background it's taking 2 hours or a night. So yeah, hopefully by the end of the week or two, I'll be able to do things much faster. And I didn't have a background with React. I've been working with Angular. Yeah, so it's adjusting here and there.
Okay, that's awesome. That's good. Yeah. Any other person? And then maybe the other thing is I urge all of you to register like in this link, because now I can easily like see activity of your tokens, of your addresses. So and I can easily know that maybe this one that needs some testnets. So let me share the link. The link is in the group, but I can reshare it. Yeah, Mr. Ronnie, this week has been a bit silent. Are you getting overwhelmed? Why is not there? Maria and Manuel, how have you found this week? Tell me. Should we have a
This week is particularly very technical, but I'm personally appreciating everything because as a person with a background in JavaScript, I feel I now have somewhere to start to learn. This has always been intimidating for me, particularly all the front end frameworks and now using Hard Hat and Foundry. With the syntax, I believe I can do it. It's just that the speed is faster than I can accommodate. But I do go back and review. But I really appreciate it. It's been amazing and inspiring.
Okay, great. What about Maria?
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I was the same one, so I still hold the faith. I still hold the faith. Uh, Meanwhile, okay, like yesterday, what they were debugging was a bit tight for me. But yeah, as I've said, I still hold the faith. So um, I'm going to revise my coding so well, follow along, and yeah.
Okay. So what should we do? Should we, for these last remaining few, not few remaining hours, should we create something new or we should rest for tomorrow and leave everyone to debug something? I think there is a lot of debugging. I was also thinking maybe we can try to redeploy an ERC20 and just build a front end for it as soon as possible. I don't know. I'm not hearing.
You can deploy an ERC20 and we look along so that it aids with we look at it maybe 2 times, it will be easier for us to do something like that.
All right. Okay. So since I've not prepared a lot on Foundry, I'm going to use the remix for now. So one thing that let me share my screen and so yesterday, for those of us who have been maybe Web3 or you've been in Stacknet, so yesterday zkland was hacked. And what was hacked actually was the smart contracts. So this is a lending protocol. So they have this disclaimer up here. Zkland experienced an exploit on 11 February 7.3. Operations have been halted until further notice. Strongly advise users against depositing any funds into the market contract at this moment. Please refer to Zkland. So really, when you're starting like smart contract development, the reason I've talked about this is when you're starting smart contract development, it can seem to be like something that is, just deploying But as you get like deeper, as you start working on big projects, and your code starts securing a lot of money. So most of these Web3 platforms, the backend are smart contracts. Yeah, so money is deposited into a smart contract, lending is done by smart contracts, and people can take shares, or you also could be among those who maybe studies well smart contracts and takes your time to find vulnerabilities and then maybe exploit them to become wealthy or something. So it is a serious thing. So one of the good things about Foundry is testing. I know we looked at it, but I think the best thing you can learn with Foundry is testing. If you test your smart contracts, if you test, then the other thing that smart contracts have is yes, Mr. Prime.
Yeah. Would it be in Web3 like the alternative for pen testing in Web2?
I think so. I've done pen testing in Kali Linux, but I think people have different definitions for pen testing. But actually, the smart contract testing is testing whether the function or the declaration is doing what you have programmed it to do and nothing else. Yeah, I don't know whether that is pen testing that you are referring to. All right, thank you. So that is a serious thing. So you find out that you have to keep. You can become very good at smart contract, or you have to really, as you're building these products, you have to become better and always be keen, line by line, go further into things like ciphering. And today there is something I've been reading about. I might share it if I find it. I think it is on this. So it was DeFi something where so there are always like these things where I think tests or challenges about finding vulnerabilities and things like that. So there are things you could do as need arises. Maybe the attention you will have when you're just having a smart contract with no liquidity could be different from being a person who deploys a smart contract that is storing liquidity of people. Yeah, so away from that, we are going to work on deploying another ERC20 smart contract. One thing, there is what they call a contract wizard, I think. By Open Zeppelin. So this is a Solidity sort of wizard whereby if I want to deploy an ERC20 smart contract, so one thing you need to know is most of the ERC20 smart contracts, actually all, because they have a standard, they have the same ABI. Yeah, most of they have the same ABI because they'll have the similar functions but different implementations. So this Open Zeppelin can help you, tweak around things. So ERC20 by just ticking here, and then code can write itself here. Yeah. So let me say I want to deploy a token, and the token name is Decentra. DCT. So pre-mint, it could be that, let me say I want to pre-mint $1 million. So you will see that as I click there, it comes here. So ERC20, import ERC20 from this. put ERC20 pre-mint. You can make it pre-mint or 0. So when I make it mintable, function mint address 2, this mintable makes it be able to mint even when the initial supply has already been minted. So maybe I can have a pre-mint of 100, and then my address can mint at any time, has a limit. If I don't put mintable, then that's the only tokens that will exist of this kind. So if you want your token to be a flash loan token, so what is flash loaning? Flash loaning is due to the advent of decentralization. So it came with this concept of flash loan, where because these are smart contracts, you can have a smart contract that will borrow huge amounts of money and return them within one transaction. So, and this can open up very many opportunities. For example, without liquidity, maybe if you could borrow $1 million worth of ETH, and then leverage like the differences in exchanges on different decentralized exchanges, and then return back that one ETH into its pool and take off the profit. That's actually what a flash loan is. But also sometimes you could borrow it and use it on different exchanges and end up just losing a gas fee. So in all cases, the profit that you're taking off from that arbitrage should be greater than the gas fee for you to make a profit. But you can make your token flash loan capable. So wherever I click on anything possible, you see code coming here, and you could look through it, and I think that's awesome. Or I don't think it is awesome, but it is good for you to look through. Yes. Ownable, it can be owned by you. You can have roles. So for example, you could have different wallets managing the distribution of the token. Maybe probably you have admin, or you want to create like different people with different powers. So ownable means that the deployer will be the owner of the smart contract. So that means that the deploying address, which will be in that case my address. But so there are many other things, and so you can end up having such a token, and you can come here to Ethereum and then deploy your token. Any questions? I would love to have interactions. For this session, I'm just picking up things that can be valuable. I'm not in any way intending to be very focused, because I didn't do that huge planning, but I know there is a lot we can clear out and a lot we can share. I'm waiting for questions.
So this is a silly question.
Yes.
We are creating tokens.
Yes.
What I wanted to know is how and where they are going to be used. Like as of now, I think it is now possible for me to create a token. Now I'm wondering how they can be used, or do they basically now become contenders for being the next Doge? I don't know what's up.
Okay. So that's not a silly question. The essence of creating a token is of course usage. So you can create a token and use it for your product. Let me say you created Dapp, and you use it to raise funds. The initial investors in your Dapp can get part of your token or your token, and like sort of a pre-sale, and then when it launches on exchanges, then they have value. But also you can create a token and give it liquidity value even without it without it having any other utility. So a token working like a meme. And actually, when you look at memes, they are extrapolated fiat, because fiat has no backing. It really depends on our belief in it. So yeah, you can create that as long as you can put liquidity into it. How do you put liquidity? So you could go to, because if I create this token, I could list it maybe on platforms like Uniswap. Uniswap is a decentralized exchange. Decentralized means that it has liquidity pools. I think we are going to study about it. And yeah, those liquidity pools you can put in, for example, ETH and a token. Yeah, so you have an ETH for a token. So in case somebody has ETH, they can easily buy your token, and that, and then from the activity of trading, of speculation, your token could probably gain value. Maybe you have a market on Twitter, and from that you can make profits, or you could also make losses. But yeah, so that's how tokens are really created. There can be also other things. I think I cannot promise. I don't know. Tomorrow probably I'm going to give a call to Anod, but you can create a token and peg it to, for example, $2. Uh, that is a slightly advanced. Maybe we can create such a thing tomorrow. Let me say you have. Because we can use, for example, Chainlink Oracle to make sure that somebody will purchase this token with $2 worth of ETH, and then we create a token shop. So a token shop could be also means of fundraising. It could be you're doing regenerative finance, that whoever sends you this money, then this money is invested, for example, in those that are collecting plastics, or you want to clean the beach. So all these possibilities are viable with creating a token, and yeah. More questions? Yes, Mr. Manuel.
Okay, I have a hypothetical use case that I want to present.
Yes.
Maybe you could guide if there's a viability in it. It's something I've actually thought about. I could do it. So, with this trend of climate action and preservation of a habitable environment on Earth, I'm imagining as a means of incentivizing people to be more conservative, if we created a token that we could initially present to people that would be willing to invest in it, and all it does is simply reward someone for proof of work. Perhaps they've collected bottles from the beach, or done something that is meaningful with the aim of preserving the community, preserving their environment. Is it something you think can possibly be done? Is there an infrastructure you think I could, or an example of something that has already existed that I could leverage to create something like that? Maybe I could present it as an idea to a group of people, just to pull liquidity and have it listed on an exchange, so that when someone holds it, they know they're not just holding a meme, a token for matters of holding a token, but there is hope that the token has a possibility of appreciation, and a stable possibility of appreciation.
Okay, so that's a good concern. So right now there is one thing that we need to just keep encouraging ourselves is research. So right now, refi, which is regenerative finance, and many things in that direction are really taking off like like crazy, because we are having this climate issue, global warming issue, and actually we found out that many countries, for example, you find UAE and Dubai buying big parts of Africa and leaving them green to offset their carbon, and this is a very huge market. Like carbon offsets is a very huge market. But away from that, you could create your token and have a backing by probably maybe, for example, if someone buys a token, each token has, for example, each token bought can be equivalent to maybe a kg of plastics collected. I've had projects like plastic in Barcelona, and these people did a lot of uh, they did a lot of yes, so they did a lot of something like that, cleaning the city of Barcelona from from such funding. Yeah, so it is very possible. Then the other thing with such initiatives, you can apply for grants from Gitcoin, and then allow the community to vote for you. There are always like public goods applications. These are the things that we should be engaged in. Engage the community on Twitter, on what you're doing, have a website, show transparency, let the token be deployed maybe somewhere on mainnet. Probably I had the other madam Judith one time saying if I want my token to be pegged to $1, that's very possible. Yeah, so that could be something good, because now, for example, we have a lot of waste issues in Kampala. You could create such a thing, and yeah. So please keep on. Let's keep pushing. Yeah. Other suggestions? Yes, Mr. Manuel.
Yeah, for this Barcelona project you just talked about, was the token redeemable? Was it something I could exchange into with fiat?
So initially, the token was the project was deployed on Celo, and they could sell. They were selling, so you could buy like they were what totas something. They were like, I think, NFTs, which were equivalent to kilograms of rubbish that could be collected with the money that you use it. Then afterwards, they removed it from Celo and just made it a public good project. I don't know what happened with, maybe due to developments or, I don't know, misunderstandings. Yeah. But actually, for example, let me say you've created, because I think one time I created a project with Chainlink whereby someone can pay, let me say, for that system. I think even we could do something like that tomorrow, but it has a lot of code. Something could pay, like someone could pay $2 to a shop, to the token shop, and the token shop was behind it was a smart contract. So you come, it's like you're purchasing the token. So you pay $2 worth of ETH, like send $2 worth of ETH, then you receive that token, the amount of tokens. So you could get 10 of that token type. So the tokens you could get would be proof of the amount you paid. And in any case, if in future we launch a token, so you could get out that token. But even if we don't launch and it is for a cause, that would prove that you are among those who have contributed, and it can also be seen on the blockchain. So I found such a thing like having a lot of value. So if you build on that and then you have other things that you've added on, it could be like you want to revive tree planting, and maybe that money that is paid goes somewhere, or you want to revive, collecting plastics, cleaning, then that would be something that is, I think, workable. You put it out there, and then you keep pushing it on X, and you keep showing, like you keep up the transparency, what you've collected, what it has done, what you're looking at, goals, and then you look also on these public funding platforms that are decentralized. So that one I've done it for hackathon. Yeah. Questions? I think we should have these more often. I think one session is enough for people to have a lot of inquiries, and yeah, people will really ponder around. So probably, if it is me to teach, I think I'll have probably the last 30 minutes, having some discussions and seeing what can be done. So Maria is not asking. Ronnie? Yes, Mr. Emmanuel.
I was wondering, could you please share the link to the source code of that project? It will be very helpful in guiding me.
Which project? The one I did for the hackathon?
Yes, please.
It is too robust. Maybe I can share the smart contract.
Oh, yes.
That's okay. But yeah, we are going to learn it. But let me share it now because I might forget.
Okay, as you share it, I was wondering, I'm just thinking about this as a project that is actually viable. So it may not be easy to make the incentive of it being redeemable into fiat very possible. But what other value do you think we could attach to a token? Maybe provide access to a service that would be exclusive to certain people that have been able to obtain the token by proof of work, perhaps.
So I don't know if they need it. So you find out, like, for example, yeah, Mr. Arthur, thank you.
Yeah, so I was thinking, like with that token, if it is about keeping the environment clean, you could get funding and then have a kind of giveaway or shop, I could say. But the only way you can obtain items from this shop is if you have that token. Say someone could get a TV, a shirt, some swag, if they have that token, and maybe school fees or something like that. And maybe the way you give out the token is when someone has collected plastic and they've gone to the recycling center. When they hand over the plastic, they receive some tokens on top of the amount of money they're supposed to receive. So with more tokens, you get to, like, you earn the money you're supposed to earn from recycling the plastic, and you also have the ability to redeem a TV when you have this amount of tokens, or maybe some t-shirts or school fees, books, stuff like that.
Okay, sorry, I'm asking a lot of questions because the idea has really fascinated me. So, I'm wondering, is there any one of you that knows maybe an institution or an organization that is focused on issues of rather innovations in climate change action? Perhaps I believe it will be the best place to pitch this idea to after the project is implemented, perhaps.
Okay, for me, for the decentralized part, so there was, I think it's called Satafisha. Yeah, they have such a similar thing. They are a group in Tanzania. Yeah, and they are doing, what they do is they incentivize something. I don't know whether it's called, but Fisher, it's as, let me just write and see. Yeah. So I found it during hackathon. What they do, they incentivize these people who are who are collecting like who are collecting this plastic. So let's say a person is getting 300 shillings per kilogram. Per kilogram of plastic. So they would, if they subscribe with Satafisha, Satafisha could give them a leverage of buying their waste at 500, where the other addition is coming from, people purchasing the token. They have an X account. Maybe you could ask in any Web3, in any blockchain group. Yeah, so they were doing such a thing, and yeah, That's all I have for now. Maybe, yeah, so you need to find out, like, you need to find out how people get, how people find value. Mr. Earth has given something good that maybe probably you could make it that if somebody collects 50, maybe 50 of that token, they could have access to an NFT, which can be maybe exchanged for crypto, or just, as a swag that these people are contributing. Maybe they can be, yeah, you could keep building around it, or it can be used to access metaverse or something, or it can be further used maybe as an AI agent, as, yeah, so you could have to keep building around it. Any more?
Now, so I'm imagining sustainability of a project of this caliber is tough because I, I I I can think of how you could sustain it for a year, and it's not very easy. But what do you think is a meaningful, a worthwhile strategy to sustain and consistently build the value of a token on an exchange platform, perhaps if it was launched and listed on Binance or Bybit or Coinbase, because that would be a meaningful way for the token to incentivize people to do the work, because they know the token is going to be valuable and perhaps will be exchangeable later on. Like the grass token now, I think it's exchangeable.
Mm, so those are, anyone who can answer. Okay, for me, I think those are two questions. And one is, making a token valuable. Making a token valuable requires utility, sure. If you have to look at it long term, that's why it is very hard for tokens, for example, of L1 blockchains to lose utility, or even L2 blockchains to lose utility, because they have sort of a use case for them. People use them to pay gas fee. People use them in token exchanges, in decentralized exchanges. People use them as liquidity. So that is value. But for example, if you put a token on Binance, what can give it having value is more liquidity, more people investing into that token, and maybe probably you're not printing any more of it. That in itself can increase its value without any other attachment. Yeah, so depending on what you're doing, yeah. I may not know everything, but at least fundamentally those two. So probably we could stop there for today.